All right, everybody's good? All right, let's go. Let's get into it. So everybody that's new tonight, my name is Ali Badi. I am one of the printers in the Metro 2 software. I am going to be your presenter for this evening. I am going to go over all the stuff in the software. I'm going to break it down nice and easy for you guys. I'm going to teach you what's going on. I'm going to learn you how to do credit repair. I'm going to learn you how to do credit repair. Nobody's going to give me crap on that. It is Wednesday night. It's hump day, guys. So let's have a good night. Let's be active in the chat. If you could turn your cameras on, I much appreciate seeing who I'm talking to. And realistically, I'm looking forward to having everybody in class tonight. These classes do go long if you ask a ton of questions. If you don't ask any questions, these classes can go really damn quickly. I promise you I can get the shit done in 40 minutes if you don't ask a single question. And if you ask a bunch of questions, then it's going to go longer. But I don't mind it. Just do me a favor. Ask questions that were on the screen. Don't jump ahead. I promise you I'm going to cover everything for all the new people and for all the older people. If you got something specific, wait until the end or wait until we get to that part. I promise you we're going to get into everything. Just a little bit about me. I've been in this industry for 15 years. I've been doing credit repair for about, if not 15 years, a little over 15 years. I stopped and retired in 2020, but I never left the industry. I became a printer for the industry, and I went into funding. Credit repair is an essential for single thing. I'm going to leave you guys with a little quote right now. I said it last night. I'll say it to everybody right now. Credit is not king. Credit is the queen. Cash will always be king. And remember that. Because the queen cannot do shit if she don't got the cash to pay what she's doing. So it doesn't matter what everybody tell you. You can leverage it all you want. But when the bank comes to knocking that they got to get paid, you got to make sure you're ready to pay them. So let's stay with that ideology of why we're here to get our credit repaired, why we're here to get our credit fixed, because everybody is going to tell you, go and leverage your credit. Absolutely. But make sure you have the leverage, the ability to pay that leverage off and have a game plan. Are we cool with that? It's about to get fun in here tonight. Let's do this. Everybody put a 1 in the chat when you can see my screen. I'll have the dashboard up to the Metro 2 software, so put a 1 in the chat when you can see my screen. House of Clean Queen, how are you? Beautiful. I'm doing amazing. I'm doing amazing tonight. Okay. I only got 4 people that can see my screen. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. I told you it's Wednesday night. Come on, let's go. 5 people, 6 people. If we get to 7, I'm going to keep going. There we go. We got 7 people. Let's go. On the software, when you get registered for whatever software you're using, all M2, if it starts with M2, it's the same exact thing. It's just you're going from one software to another. It's a different owner. Different owners get paid. So, for example, tonight's software, I'm working on the M2 Phenom software. This is Dion's directly, okay? And Dion is the owner of all the softwares. Nobody else owns the software. It's him and another gentleman. But what I mean is if somebody tells you they own the software that is incorrect, they have the license to be able to sell that software. Dion is the actual owner of the software. So in this software, Dion breaks it down. Your name, your email address, which is also your username, and then your general attacks. Now I'm going to ask everybody, let's put everybody in here. What do you like when you're talking about, I'm going to give you the names and you guys can tell me what you like. Do you want it called the general attack? Do you want it called the GA? Do you want it called the credit? Or do you want to call a token? Personally, I like tokens. This is the general attack is the actual currency you use to pay the system. Tokens, perfect. We got, if anybody else answers, again, we got that. I'll use that. But I've been using tokens for the longest time. But I like to, whatever you guys understand, okay, is what we're going to use. Tokens, perfect. So tokens, if you guys think about an arcade right now, right? When we go to an arcade, skee ball, I always hated skee ball, right? Always when I went on a date, I used to take somebody to play skee ball. I was like, I always regretted putting the damn token inside the skee ball machine. Sometimes I'd drop it in, and you couldn't hit the return fast enough to get your token back, so all the balls come out, and that's it. You got to play the game. I want everybody to understand that. A general attack is like a token. A general attack is like a GA. What you're going to do is you're going to get that token, you're going to pop it in the system, and now the balls are going to come down, and you're able to play. Does everybody understand that system, how it's accredited? It's like currency to use to play the game. And then I'll explain what the game is. Put a 1 in the chat if we understand the game. Perfect. And because everybody understands the game, now I'm going to explain what the game is. The game is your credit. Okay? It's the game. When we go over here and we explain your credit, it's everything about your credit. So when you upload your credit report into the system, your credit report is going to have negative items on it. It doesn't matter. The system doesn't care if you have 1 negative item or 100 negative items. It's going to treat every credit report the same exact way. And this is how it's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ready? It's going to open up the system, and it's going to read the system. When it reads the system, you're going to click generate a letter. When it generates that letter, it's going to generate the letter no matter what, based upon the system. And the system's going to generate an unlimited amount of letters and an unlimited amount of pages for an unlimited amount of negative items. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Unlimited amount of negative items equals unlimited amount of letters, which equals unlimited amount of pages. Now I'm going to break that down, what it looks like and what it actually sounds like. If I have 100 negative items, the software can generate 300 letters and can generate 3,000 pages. Now let's break it down again. If I have a person that has 10 negative items, software can generate 30 letters and 300 pages. Put a 5 in the chat if we understand that. If we don't understand that, put a 2 in it. Put a 2 in the chat or come off mute and say, "Hey, I'm lost. Explain that shit to me." Okay, Urban. Where you lost at? You put a 1. Where you lost? Talk to me. Or did you mean to put a 5? 5. Perfect. Guys, don't be afraid to say that you lost at any point in time. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to explain it to you. And sometimes I explain it a little differently that you just don't understand. Just tell me you just don't understand. I'll try again. My job is to make sure that you guys get what I'm doing here. Okay? So, if you go over here to go to Got Questions, this is a free community. And in the free community, there's a Facebook community. Okay? It's where you go over here. It's got 19,810 members. Join up over there. Okay? And then over here, I have an AI community. Ray, drop that link for the Metro 2 AI community, please. Ray's going to drop that link in a second. Boom, Ray's got that AI community, and perfect. So once we did that, we got that. These are both Dion's groups. Dion has this one for school. A lot of people like school. It gives you the calendar, lets you know what's going on. And then over here, this is the Facebook group, just conversating and people being over there. So that's good. So now, over here, the next piece that we have is walkthrough. So you have walkthrough Monday, Wednesday. We're on the Wednesday night class. Tuesday and Thursday. Saturday, 8 p.m., 6 p.m. EST, and 11 a.m. So Wednesday's class is given by me. Monday's given by Mr. Bora. Tuesday's given by me. Thursday's given by Mr. Bora. And Saturday's given by Mr. Bora. I tried to go in order, and it didn't work for me. So at the end of the day, any questions on the dashboard, ladies and gentlemen? Now's the time. Questions over here on the dashboard, please. Come off mute, talk to me. 3 seconds pause. Let's move. Okay. So now I'm going to go to the pricing section. Ladies and gentlemen, when I do the pricing section over here, I'm a very truthful person. I don't work for the software company. I want everybody to understand that. I do not work for the software company. I own the printing company. So when I talk to you guys, I'm going to tell you what's right for your pocket. I'm not going to tell you what's right for the software company. I'm also going to tell you what I actually do and what I have for myself. So I will always tell you what's right and not what's wrong. Here's the reason why I'm going to tell you what's right. I see all the errors that happen. I see all the errors that come in through printing. My team is the one that corrects them. Our team doesn't allow your letters to go out unless they're perfect. So if your letters are not perfect, they do not should get shipped out. And because they do not get shipped out, what happens? You guys get frustrated, try to send them out, and guess what? You don't get anything removed. You don't get anything done. You spend 5, 6, 8 months spinning your wheels. But what happens is you didn't understand the beginning of what we're doing and how we go through it. So this is what I do with you guys. A lot of people are going to join this iron package. This iron package is not the package to get started on. This package is the worst package to get started on because for an extra $50, you get 3 more GAs. Well, or 3 more tokens. Guys, the tokens cost $40. So let me ask you a question. What's 40 times 3? Can somebody put it in the chat or come off mute and tell me? That's $120. Thank you, Micheline. That's $120 plus the 97. That's $217. So for the same 4 tokens, you're going to wind up in spending $217. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm always telling you this because for the first 2 rounds, you're going to make mistakes. Always go with the bronze package. Ali, I got more clients. Go with the package that fits whatever clients you have. But understand, the bronze package is made for 1 to 2 people. The silver package is made from 2 to 4. The gold package is made for 10 people. Platinum is 1 to 15 people. And the diamond is 50 people. Why'd I say that? Because what happens is people make errors. And if you don't have that GA backing or that token backing in the bank to utilize, you're going to wind up spending $40. So what I will always tell you guys is always make sure that you got your GAs ready to rock and roll and you'll be able to do what you need to do. So do that. So buy this for 2 months. If you see that you're not getting any traction, you're not getting credit repair clients, you're doing this for yourself, after 2 months, downgrade from the bronze package down to the iron package, and now keep that because now you have a stockpile of GAs that don't expire. So if you have a bad month, you uploaded the wrong document, you misspelled your name wrong, you did something wrong, this, that, and the other thing, when you hit generate and somebody tells you that you did it wrong, you're not going to get frustrated. You're not going to get aggravated that you did the wrong thing because you got extra in the bank. It's like having a savings account. Want to make sure that you guys have a couple of bucks in the savings account so you don't get anything to hurt you. Does that make sense to everybody? If that does not make sense to somebody, please come off mute and tell me what your problem is so I can make sure that you understand it. If that makes sense to everybody, put a 7 in the chat and we'll move on. A lot of 7s. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm going to go back to the home screen and now I'm going to teach you guys how to get your credit report. So the software uses a specific credit report, okay? And in that specific credit report, you go over here and just get that from My Free Score now. Now, I do have a couple of students in here, and before they say something, I do not use this specific version of the credit report. I do not use My Free Score now. I'm just letting you guys know, and no, I can't tell you why. But before my students open up and say, hey, you didn't, whatchamacallit? You told us something different, I want to nip that in the behind. I can't tell you the reason why, but the reason I bring it up is before they bring it up and put me in a bad position, I'm not going to say anything. But I do have a lot of my students inside of the class. A lot of people that come in through my class from here, and they sit in here and listen to me talk. So I do want to say that to you guys. My free score now is definitely a good thing to get started. I just don't use it. That's it. Perfect. Now, let's get on to your first client. Or your first client, yourself, whoever it may be. So, I click Add Profile. I go to Manage Profiles, and then I go to Manage All Users, Manage Profile, and then I click Add Profile. When I click Add Profile, now we're going to get rocking, okay? All right. Ready? I got to click the little eyeball. I'm going to write it out. I'm gonna fill this out real quick, and then I'm gonna break everything down for you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys how. Oh, I was actually gonna put my social security number. Okay, 8 Northwest. Northwest Tree Apartment. APT 14C, and then Northeast Tower. Ray, do you hear me? Can you hear me? There's an invoice, right? There's an invoice that's in Score Machine that needs to be paid. Okay. AMOB needs that invoice that hasn't been paid. Can you send him the link? Tell him Ollie's in class. Okay. Manhattan, and then select state, New York. Where did New York go? And then 10038. Okay. So let me break down everything that I just did. It's just easier to actually fill it out and then do this. So what I like to do, guys, is when I'm sitting down, whether I'm the client or somebody else is the client, right? What I like to do is grab all my documents, sit down at my desk when I'm filling this out. I don't like to do it on my phone. I like to do it on a computer or a tablet, at least something that has a bigger screen, and start to work with this. When I do it, I like to have all those said documents in front of me. When I have all said documents in front of me, which, let me find a said document. Really? Give me a second. These are pictures of my kid. All right. I got a couple of documents right here. Perfect. Let me see what I got in here. Perfect. Taxation department. Great. Notice, and then I'm going to grab two cards. One will be my ID and one will be my Social Security. I like to have all these documents laid out in front of me. And the reason that I like to have these documents laid out in front of me is because when I'm sitting here and I'm filling everything out, I want to go document by document. So the first thing I do is the best document to use for the first 3 boxes, which is your first name, last name, and date of birth, is your passport. Ali, I don't have a passport. Use a driver's license or an ID, but the best document to use is your passport. When I fill said document out, I see the document, it's done, I put it down. I go to the next box, Social Security. The best document to use will be your Social Security card. If you don't have one, go get one. It takes 3 to 6 weeks. You can use your W-2, you can use your first page of taxes, but the best document to use is going to be your Social Security card. It takes you about 11 minutes to fill out the thing to go get your Social Security card. Go get it, have it ready for the next round. When you do your next round, you send it out with your Social Security card. So take the Social Security card, put it down. I'm done. Phone number is, you can put it in. It's up to you. It's more for you. It's not for anything else inside of the software. It's not something you put inside as an extra basis. It's just something for you inside of the software. So what happens is you got your documents over here, and this is what it is, guys. For no ambiguity for the Bureau, fill everything out in its entirety. So if it says NW, you're not putting NW on this document. You're putting Northwest. If you're putting street, it's not ST, it's spelled out street. You're putting out You live in the Northeast Tower, right? Northeast Tower. Everything needs to be spelled out. Everything needs to be perfect. Why? You get a document, you get oil, something happens, it's raining, this, that, and the other thing. Something gets smeared, right? And it happens. Things happen. Something happens, and something bad happens. What happens? That document loses its efficacy because when you sent it out and it has something that's causing it not to go through, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? They're going to deny the document, and it's not going to go through. They could send you a stall letter. They can send you a document verification letter. They can send you something, and you're going to be really aggravated. So let's write it all out. Next, you're going to put what is on the bank statement. So the best document for this, for these three things, is going to be your bank statement, and you're going to put the city from your bank statement. You're going to put your state and your zip code. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask a trick question. Anthony, this one goes for you. You'll like this one. Right? If my ID says I live in New York, but my proof of address and bank statement says I live in Manhattan, which one do I live in? Attaboy. But let me ask you a question. Are those two locations different? You know how many people I gotta do that? I teach that to, and they're like, where? Hold on, aren't they the same? Exactly, they're the same exact place. But because the bank statement says Manhattan, we got to write Manhattan. Make sense? Does that make sense to everybody? I just used it. I used a New Yorker that lives in Manhattan. It was just easier. How old is she? Oh, I didn't. Oh, my bad. My bad. How old is he? Oh, man, bro, my daughter's 16 months. Yeah, man. All right. So, absolutely. God bless, man. He's handsomest thing I've seen. Next piece. Once we're done over here, got the email address, put your email address, and then skip over all this stuff. I'm doing this now because a lot of people I was talking to, they were getting annoyed that this stuff is not working and this is not working over here. Not that it's not working. It's just, it's harder to add. So we're just going to click save. So when we click save, we're going to get to that next screen. And what does that next screen look like? It's going to come over here and it's going to bring us back to this screen over here. And it's going to bring us here. So now we have all our documents are uploaded. Not documents. All our stuff is uploaded. Now we're going to start upload all the other documents. So if you want to choose a file, click choose. And now you can upload any of the documents that you have over here. So if I want to use my passport, here's my passport. If I want to use my social security, which is already there, I'm going to put my social security. And if I want to use my proof of address, here's my proof of address. And I'm done. That's it. That's it. And then you click save one more time and all that stuff will upload. Now, since we already did that, that's it. So now you've set up your profile and you uploaded your documents. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go forward, I want everybody to understand something. Take this into accountability. Look at the IDs, look at the documents, look at everything that I'm doing. The driver's license, the social security, and the proof of address is legible. It is 100% legible. Ladies, I don't want to know what color your nails look like this month. I don't. Guys, I don't want to know what the dashboard of your car looks like. I don't care. What I want you guys to do is understand that this is a professional document that's going out. Find a white spot on any document, put your ID on it, take your phone like this, and take a picture of it. That is the best way to go about it. Does that make sense? Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense to everybody. That they understand what I just said. I can go on. I usually go on a tangent. I don't want to know about what your comforter looks like, your couch, your kitchen table, your dining room table, but I'm not going to go on that. I'm not going to go on that tangent. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Once that's completed, we're going to go to adding a profile, and we're going to do that in a second, add that profile. So now, somebody came up to me and told me, hey, Ali, you know what? The way that you have this set up is a little confusing. You say to put the passport over here in the first thing, but you got the driver's license. So I'll put the driver's license over here for you guys to see, but here's the thing. If you guys want to see what it looks like with the passport, here we go. Is that better? Is that more efficient to understand how it should look, guys? That is all the best documents. Is that good? Perfect. So now we're gonna add a My Free Score Now account. So now what I'm gonna do is, guys, I gotta take this person. Ray, I'm gonna send you this person's code. Okay, I'm gonna send it to you just so I can show them how it works. All right, ready? So watch how this works, guys. I'm gonna go on to My Free Score Now. I'm gonna log in. When I log in, I'm gonna log into this specific person's account. Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna log into the specific person's account. And when I log into the specific person's account, I'm gonna click this little orange person at the top. When I click this little orange person at the top, I'm gonna go to my profile. And I'm gonna click regenerate client token. Now I did this last night. I don't know if this person's still using Metro 2 or anything, so I don't want to regenerate the client token. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to the software. I'm gonna copy the email address. I'm gonna get rocking. So watch this. I'm gonna copy the email address because that's gonna be their username, and I'm gonna come back over here. I'm gonna delete it. Okay, so now I come over here. It says nothing here, right? It says no monitoring company added. We have a little plus sign. Let's hit that plus sign. Let's come to no monitoring username. Hit that. And I literally added the email address. Once we add the email address, I'm gonna hit that token, and I'm gonna hit paste, and I'm done. And I complete, save, and I'm completed. I'm done. It's gonna pull the credit report instantly. Takes about 10 seconds. And boom, completed. That makes sense, guys? Yes, Miss Collins. Go back to your clients section over here. Watch. So now I'm in the client section, right? I deleted her name, right? You see it says credit right underneath email address, all that stuff. It says credit report monitoring site, and you got that plus sign right there. Got that plus sign? You see it you're on yours? Click that plus sign. Now it's gonna say username, monitoring, password, and token. You see that? I'm gonna paste in. Here's the token. Paste in the token under the password / token, and then I'm gonna go get the email address from the email over here. I'm gonna copy that, and put that in username, and I'm done. And I'll click save. No, that's it. You're out of questions tonight. I got you, girl. What up? No. Just just fix the errors and update it. You say, yeah, just fix the errors and update it. Yeah, absolutely. You can update it as many times as you want. You remember when I said that people always do their mess ups and update them? That's how they update it. Because what you need to do, okay, so you guys want to stay on top of this? I'll give you a little sauce right now. Every month, you should be updating your proof of address every single month. That's the key. Everybody should be updating their proof of address every single month. So that's the thing. So that the one second, guys. So yeah. Why? What do you mean, Terry? Come on, hit me. Hit me. I know you ain't afraid to talk. Talk to me, girl. What do you mean, why? What do you mean, why? Like, why would I update it every single month? Well, if you're the person that's running your credit repair or you're the person that's working on it, wouldn't you have a fresh bill every single month? It's how to avoid the stall tactic. If I update the bill every single month, it means I'm the one that actually is doing my credit repair. How would I get a fresh bank statement every single month? So when I did, yes, ma'am, I can. You don't have to, but I'm just telling you, if you have the ability to do it. If you're doing it for yourself, you could do it, right? Uh oh. My free score now. Under my profile. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Should say under your profile section, right at the top corner. Under my profile, it should say secured access control, regenerate client token. No problem. I mean, hold on, Farley, Brajan? Brajan, is that how you pronounce it? I don't want to kill your name, but Farley, last name Farley. Should we update on the first of every month? It's not possible to update on the first of every month, and here's the reason why. Some months have 30 days, some months have 31 days. So if you buy, for example, say you buy your account on the 30th day, on the 31st day, it updates on the first. While some people buy it on the 30th and updates on the 31st or on the 30th day. It's all weird. It's what you want to do. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you going to do that on the first of every month? Are you going to dispute on the first of every month? You're going to dispute on the 5th, the 15th? What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? When are you going to get started? I know I asked you 8 million questions, but you feel me? It all has a thing to go. Joel, unmute me, bro. Background noise. Um, all has to go with what you want. It's got nothing to do with anybody else. Some people will tell you to update on the first. Here's when I like to update. So I like to update when the cards update. So if I made a payment on the 25th of the month and their update is on the 26th, then I want to update on the 27th. That's when all the scores should reflect all the stuff. But realistically, if I know that they update on the 15th, then I'm gonna want to update on the 17th. Just going on from there. That's how I go about it. Just to give you guys that idea. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. Did that answer your question? You might be like, dude, you did not answer my question. Okay, good. Any other questions before we move on? So, average. Terry, I do have multiple cards. You know that. I showed you guys my stuff yesterday. I do have multiple cards, and with my multiple cards, I tend to do the average of when it is. Majority of my cards update between the 20th and the 25th. So I refresh on the 27th. So that's when I do that. I'll usually wait for the last card, and the last card is Chase, and Chase updates on the 25th. So what I did is I left everything, and I do on the 27th. God forbid that there's anything. That's when I'll look at my update. Sometimes when I'm utilizing the software and I'm building the software out, and I have to update on the first or the second, like it's not beneficial for me. But if I have an extra token to generate and do that because I'm building my software or doing something with my software, then I do that. But otherwise, if I had to do that, I do it on the date that the date of the last update. That's it. Does that make sense to everybody? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the place that the majority of people make errors. This is a place that a majority of people get their letters sent back from me. I have my team members in here just to let you guys know. I have the people that'll turn you down and say, hey, look, your documents are not correct. They're in here watching the stuff that I'm teaching you. So just to let everybody know right now, this is the place that you will make 99.9% of your errors. Does anybody have any questions before I move forward? Yo, Joel answering for the whole team. If I get one more nope, I'm going to move on. No. All right. Fantastic. Let's go. Well, we filled out our credit report. We got our system done. We're going to go to send rounds of attack, and now we're going to go through the attack area. Now, guys, I just want to show everybody something. I've generated over 120 different GAs in this system. Just to let you guys know. When I say the software can generate an unlimited amount of letters and unlimited amount of negative items, look, I generated 199, 217, 324. I've generated so many letters with the same damn report, it's not even funny. I took a small report and managed to generate over 500 letters. So just to give you guys that idea, don't think that your report may have one negative item and the software cannot generate 500 letters. It could take one negative item and generate 500 letters. Uh-oh. Go for it. Why are you asking me a loaded question that could take me like 5 days to answer? It ain't no damn short version. It's a part of the. So, ladies and gentlemen, Metro 2 is not a dispute tactic. I saw some people talking shit about Metro 2 the other day, and I could tell they were ignorant. Because, what did I say before in the middle of class? I could tell by the price that you're charging what method you're using. Let me say that again. I could tell by the price you're charging what method you're using. Every person that charges a high astronomical value is doing the compliance methods. There's a lot more verbiage in compliance methods than there is in methods that are not compliant. Guess why? They're not compliant. FCRA, so let me say this, okay? There's other softwares out in the industry, okay? I think it was Miss Terry last night. She was on the phone with Metro 2, My Free Score Now. They told her about all these other softwares, right? And I was really thinking about what they said to her, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I remember when I got started in the industry, I was using some of these other softwares, and they spit out. I had a client that had 20 negatives. It spit out 3 pages. I felt like a big shit, right? 3 pages. And do you know what those 3 pages said? On all these same accounts, I didn't do it. This is not my account. Please look into it. That's what those 3 pages said. What Metro 2 does differently, it breaks down the account. It breaks down the reporting of the account. So it's not a dispute letter. It's an attack letter. The difference between a dispute is I'm playing defense. I'm not playing defense here because I'm not saying it's not mine. I said, shit, it's mine. I know it's mine. Mother trucker, you're reporting it incorrectly. And because you're reporting it incorrectly, you got to either update it or remove it. Pick your poison because you're doing something that's not compliant. Make sense? But you can't do something that's not compliant and do it in one way. When you look at everything that's written, it breaks down every file. I know of one software right now that's writing their letters. They're almost 100 pages for a negative item. Does the Oscar system read it? Yeah, they scan through them. Is it necessary? No, but guess what? When I take my thing to a lawyer and I hand them all the non-compliance that they're not doing, what happens? They have the ability to sue, and they have the ability to sue for damages. I didn't give you the short version. I didn't give you the keynotes. I tried to package it in a way where it would lose context, but still have an understanding. I don't know if I did a good job, but if you guys understand what it is, then I did a good job. If you guys don't understand what I just said, I'm sorry, but I can't go any more than that. I tried my best. There's a lot that goes into Metro 2. It's not just something so simple as, look at this file and it's not right. And I'll show you exactly what it is. So just, that's why it's able to write these amount of letters. When you go to the attack area and I select the client, hey guys, there's AI over here if you don't want to learn how to read, because now Miss Collins threw me off on a freaking tangent over here. So now I got to go. She threw me off on a tangent over here. So I got to make sure that I explain that. So now ready? Maximum efficiency focus, maximum effectiveness focus. If you don't want to learn how to read the report, use maximum effectiveness focus. Printing with me, guys. If you don't want to print your letters out, I'm gonna be straight to everybody right now. I'm gonna be straight with everybody. I am the best, but I am the most expensive. You pay for what you get with me. But I will give everybody a discount with me. That's the discount code. Make sure you put that in, and you put that in this note section over here. Take a screenshot of it, save it, so when you guys do it, you know what to do. Fill out your name, fill out your email address, fill out your number. If you're doing this for a client, you send them your link after I'm done getting it, because when I tell you you did something wrong, you don't want me communicating with your client. We want me to communicating with you, so you can go back and fix it real quick and then send the invoice to the client if you don't want to pay the invoice. Does that make sense to everybody over here? Cool. So now we click generate the letter and we'll be able to generate that letter. But we're going to click do it yourself, ladies and gentlemen. You know why? Because we're power users. Put power users in the chat. Not one person. I was like, not one person put power users in the chat. Damn, man. I'm really dragging class tonight. Shit, I'm about to get this over with and move on. We good? Got a few power users. Okay, we're going to go do it yourself. Click generate. And now Ray's going to drop a little bit of sauce for you guys. Here's the cheat sheets, ladies and gentlemen. Comes the first cheat sheet. Ray's going to put it in the chat. He's going to explain to you. There's many AIs in the software. And the AIs that you guys want to use, I'm going to pull it up on the screen over here. There's many AIs in the software. You want to know which AI to use. So MPEP is an AI. MPEC is an AI. PSCA is an AI. All these things. That's the names. Now, why am I saying these abbreviations and not indemnity? Because if you're utilizing a different software, you're coming from a different place, indemnity doesn't exist in said software. MPEP does. So we're going to make sure that we tell you to use MPEP or MPEC. Now, ladies and gentlemen, all the other teachers that are teaching, this is only one more, Mr. Bora. Mr. Bora will tell you, hey, utilize MPEP. I'm not going to tell you to utilize MPEP. So if you do go to her class tomorrow night and she's going through this, you're going to tell you, hey, guys, use indemnity, MPEP. I'm not going to tell you to utilize that, because go watch how many people are in her class, watch how many people she's teaching, and watch what's going on. I don't tell people to use MPEP. I tell people to use MPEC. Again, you stop the stall letters by using all the letters that everybody else is using. Make sense? Then we're going to select our round. So if you're doing the first 30 days, so first 30 days, first 15 days, whatever, first 45 days, however you want to send it out, okay? This is round one. This is the next 15 days, next 30 days, next 45 days, however you want to send it out. This is the next one, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You don't generate a round and move on to the next round if you messed up. You don't go, oops, I messed up, and generate Opulence 2 or the second round. You generate round 1 over if you messed up. Make sense, guys? Yes, no, maybe so? So we're going to start with round 1. After we start with round 1, we're going to come over here, and I'm going to show everybody. This is a cost-effective tactic. And what I try to do for everybody is, let me just get this set up so you guys can see it all on the screen. The cost-effective tactic is default, 6, everything checked in blue. Why? It puts everything in one letter. So last night I used a bottle of soda. I had a bottle of soda on my desk tonight. Here, for example, bottle of pills. So if green is, let me take all, green is like this. All the pills in one hand, right? All the pills separate. You can see each and every single pill, right? While if you put blue, blue is the bottle. So when I send you the bottle, this is blue. When I send you the pills individual, that's green. Why is one more effective than the other? Well, realistically, I can't swallow the bottle. But with blue, if they stall out the letter, they stall out the entirety of the letter. While if in green, if they stall out one letter, they only stall out that one specific letter. So what I teach everybody is blue is the cost effective. It means we're going to put it in blue, and it might take a little more time because they might have a couple of stall rounds with it. But it might take a little more time, but it's going to be cost efficient. For example, blue may run you a few bucks, while green can run you a couple $100. But it just gives you the idea of what each one is. So here's the more effective one. Take a screenshot of that, guys. Let me know when you're done with that. Put it ready in the chat. Perfect. Now, just for purposes of us learning how to read the credit report, we're going to click check all in green. Because if I fail, I like to fail big. What do I mean if I fail? I like to fail big. I want everything to be in green. I want this to say unlimited. Okay, default. I want this to be everything in green, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. And we're good to go. So now, credit report was just red. Everything's red. Who's new that wants to be my guinea pig tonight and come in and talk to me? New. I don't want any oldies. I got nobody? I got people dropping off, man. It's not even the end of class. I didn't even teach you how to dispute yet. You got to drop off. Nobody wants to come off and speak. Okay, no problem. So let me do this. You see these circles out here at the bottom over here, guys? All these circles over here mean the accounts on your file. They're all color coordinated. Each color stands for something. I'm going to tell you guys right now, the green ones are the positive accounts. The red ones are negatives. And all of them besides the green ones, if I click high positive, are all negative. So when I click that high positive button, all the negative accounts are going to pop up. And all these negative accounts that pop up are something that we got to dispute. Ray, drop the drop the cheat sheet. Thank you. So I'm gonna open up the cheat sheet just like you guys. Give me 1 second. Let me close out all the cheat sheet from last night. Okay. I'm gonna open up the cheat sheet. I'm gonna click edit if I'm on a PC, and I'm gonna click markup. When I click markup, I'm gonna go over here and split the screen half and half. And now I'm gonna start going at it. So we're gonna come over here. I'm gonna click negative item number 1. Here's negative item number 1. How do I know? Type of reported issue is a negative item. So this is the negative item. So if this negative item is personal identifier information, what I'm going to do is go to the cheat sheet. I'm going to look for personal identifier information. Personal information, PI. I'm going to follow it and I'm going to say PI. Boom. Check mark. Done. I'm going to click number 2. I click number 2. I'm going to look for box 2. Personal reported issues. I see inquiries. I look for inquiries. I put a check mark and I move on. I'm done. I go to 25. I look for charge off. Type of reported issue. I see charge off. I look for charge off. I don't see charge off. Okay, so what's here? Is this a student loan charge off? No. Is this a medical charge off? No. Well, how do I know that? Because it doesn't say charge. It doesn't say student loan over here. It doesn't say medical over here. So the only thing that's left is all other charge off and collection. So that's what I'm going to put. And guess what? The red box matches up with the red color. So then the last one is, we got 2 reds, 27. 27 is a different color because 27 is just the last one. So I'm going to read over here, all other delinquency lates 1-2. I'm going to go over here and check all other delinquency lates 1-2. I'm done. I'm literally done. So I'm going to make this screen big again. I'm going to scroll down from the top over here. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. I'm going to check my images. My images are uploaded incorrect. Okay, great. Let's go to the top. I'm going to come over here where it says top. I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to go to client information. I'm going to check client information. First name, last name, middle name, address, perfect. Date of birth, social security, everything looks good. Let's rock. Go back to general settings, and now I'm going to come and reset the system. I'm going to go to work to execute. I'm going to shut it off. I'm going to turn it back on. I'm going to go to attack number, and I'm going to select opulence 1. Now I don't need to check everything in green. I'm going to check everything in red. When I check everything in red, come over here and just watch the system. So the first one's personal information. Let's go to personal information. Boom. All inquiries. Boom. All of the charge off. Boom. And all of the delinquency lates 1-2. Boom. I'm done. Ladies and gentlemen, how many green check boxes are there? Thank you, Micheline. Micheline, how many credit bureaus are there? Beautiful. Now let me ask the last question. What's 4 times 3, ladies and gentlemen? 12. We go to this first box over here that says 6, and we're going to look for 12. We don't see 12. We're going to round up to 15. And then we're going to put default. Now I'm going to make sure that that's off. I did click that by accident. And then I'm going to hit next. Once I hit next, I hit include all 3 bureaus, and I generate the letter, and I'm done. Guys, did I make that easy for everybody in here? Ray, drop the link for the YouTube channel before people just start leaving. Ray's going to drop the link for the YouTube channel because technically we're done. Make sure you guys go on the YouTube channel, like and subscribe. So when I do go live, if you're not in class or you're not where you can view something, you guys can watch it, and all the replays of the videos are on the YouTube channel. Cool, guys? Questions. Doors open up for questions now. You guys are able to ask me whatever you want. I dropped a lot of sauce last night. Why do you check the red boxes? I don't want to dispute something that I don't need. I don't whether I know the AI is powerful enough to know what to dispute and what not to dispute, but I do not want to dispute something when I know it's not there. Let's give the AI a reason not to go look there and just give it the reason to just go and dispute and challenge and fix whatever it needs to. No problem, Joel. I got you, bro. It's kind of me giving it a little bit of a help, a little bit of a hand. Any other questions? It's a quiet one tonight. This is a real quiet one. It's eerily quiet. Go, girl. I don't get. I don't care. Like honestly, it's lately what you call it. It feels like everybody's coming into these classes got no energy at all. Like I don't whether it's Tuesday, it's Wednesday, even my Friday classes. Everybody just freaking boring. Go for it. Wake it up. You asking for you asking Friday questions, girlfriend. It doesn't matter what you put in the first box because you're not doing it the first time while you're reading the report. So when you're reading the report right now, right? You don't. It doesn't matter what you put in the box because you're not generating that letter. It only matters when you count the green boxes at the top. So say you've already selected all your green boxes. You selected everything in red. You selected everything in green. You're going to count your green boxes. How many green boxes do you have? Yeah. It doesn't matter if you have any green boxes. So in the first one, you put unlimited because you just generating. It doesn't matter. You're just generating so the AI gets color coordinates the stuff. Then you go in and read everything. Go for it, girl. Yo, it's dreary up here too. I mean, Philly's 150 miles away, but it's dreary up here too. It's bad. Mm-hmm. No, I don't own the software, so I know they don't have. These guys don't believe in practice. They believe in it. You better go in and get it right on the first time, or come to the classes. You better. Hence why I tell you guys to buy the software, buy the 147 package, because you're gonna make errors. I'm not. I don't say things. I don't say things to you guys to hurt you guys. I say it to you. Any other questions? Yes, Josh. What's up? I did. I did send somebody from the back end message yesterday. So if they do help you, that'll be great. But otherwise, there's nothing else. There's nothing else I can do about it. Did Ray? What you waiting for? Yep. I tell everybody this, guys. I talk to you guys truthfully. Um, I've been doing this for such a long, long, long time. I've been doing for this for such a long time. And because I've been doing this for such a long time, I promise you guys, there's a lot of things that you guys look at that I don't look at the same way. So I see people left already, like they go run. They don't realize my sauce comes after class, doesn't come during class. I don't give it to you during class. I give it to you after class. And when the credit repair questions are done and the questions that you have are completed, then then it starts the sauce, because technically I'm no longer on the clock, right? And now I can give you whatever answers you want the proper way, because I did what I did for my job, and now whoever stays after this, that's on you. You get the real. You get the real. Some people don't like it, some people do, but don't go back and complain to anybody because you stayed. That's on you. That's not on anybody else. Nobody's gonna tell you. I'm not putting a gun up to anybody's head for anybody to stay here. I want you guys to understand that. You guys are more than welcome to, but a lot of the people that are in here are my students. Do I use consumer law or factual disputing too? Miss Kane. I own a software that does both. So, what do you think that answer is? Actually, I own two softwares. I own a Metro 2 software, and I own a factual and consumer law software as well. So, I told everybody here last night, Metro 2 is one method. There's 4 methods. Metro 2 is one. There's 4 other methods. And like I said, just by you telling me your price on what you're charging, I can figure out what method you're using. I had somebody just submit me a factual law letter the other day, and I saw it. It was like 3 pages long. I started laughing. I was like, bro. He goes, I get deletions with this. I said, that's great. I was like, how? What is recommended to start? Whatever fits your pocket. Whatever fits your pocket. I always say that. I'm not lying to you. My factual law and consumer law letters are more. I forgot. Miss Collins asked me why. They're bigger than the Metro 2 letters. There's more in my letters than there are in the Metro 2 letters. Depends on your pocket, and depends on whose software you use. Like again, I'm not the guy that writes 3 pages. I work for attorneys. So at the end of the day, when you look at that, you've got to understand what's coming. Come on, talk to me, guys. Keep going. Hold on, let me see something. Let me see if I can pull that letter. Let me see if I can pull that report in, that same report. Whose report is this? Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Check this out. Check this out, right? How long does it take to legally negative item removed off my credit. Yes. What is your question? Double check it. See? Always double check, triple check. Go in a couple times and make sure that it's there. That happens. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, look what it says over here. Most negative items legally can stay on your credit report for 7 years. So what is the actual answer on how long does it take to actually do credit repair? Ladies and gentlemen, it takes 7 years. Legally. By law, it takes 7 years. How many people would you sign up for to do credit repair with if you turn around and told you that it would take 7 years for them to fix your credit? How many people would sign up for that course right now? You're not signing up at all, right? You know that's the first person that didn't lie to you? That's the first person that didn't lie to you. Okay? Ready? Now, what happens if I told you I can get all your negatives removed in 45 days? Who's signing up for that course? Everybody's for that. Do you know that that's the dispute? That's the time of the dispute method. It's 45 days for one round to go out. Mm-hmm. FCRA. Mm-hmm. FTC and CFPB. FTC and CFPB, if done correctly. If done correctly. You know what that means when it pops back up on your report 120 days later? Bingo. If done correctly. That's the key. When I turn around, I use the terminology of what I say to you guys, if done correctly. There is a reason the FTC and the CFPB exist. If I have actual fraud, right? If I have actual fraud and I go to the CFPB and FTC, right? I go to and there's something that happened and I go to them, I say, hey, write me a report over here. The Bureau's not doing anything. Boom, they remove it. If I provide the fraudulent documents and everything, they'll remove it instantly. Does that make sense, ladies and gents? Now, let me tell you what people are doing, just to give you guys this idea of what the tomfoolery that's around. They're going out, and they're doing the Equifax data settlement. They're pulling that. They're going over there and saying that the Equifax data settlement has caused them to have fraud in their account, blah, 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 right? Do you know the Equifax data settlement has got, whatchamacallit? The Equifax data settlement's got a certain date that it allows up to. I think it's 2017, right? People trying to remove accounts in 2015 with a 2017 settlement. You understand why it comes back? Does it make sense now? People sit down and they're just trying to figure it out. And they're like, what the heck is going on? Why doesn't this shit make sense? Because that's why. Oh, we're getting deletions in 30, 40, 60, 90 days. Now, I know people who are legally getting deletions in 15 days. I know what they're doing to legally get deletions in 15 days, but they're also getting lawsuits for their clients right at the back end. So, Do you want a lawsuit and get a deletion, or do you want just a deletion? So I ask these people all this all the time, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, I don't know what I want. I want to get stuff removed. I want this. I want that." I don't know what to tell them. I've been doing this for such a long time that it's just like I see that. Hi, a victim of a data breach right here. Equifax data settlement. And then you go over here, data settlement right here. And then find out if your information was impacted. You go right here. And boom, you're done. Oh, I got you, girl. Pwned? What the hell is this? Shit, I'm going over here. I'm about to learn something. What the hell is this shit? I don't think that's the right. Have I been pwned.com? Well, that one's not working. But yes. Well, have you been pawned? That's it. It's right there, brother. It's actually the full thing. Have I been pawned? Check your email address. Yeah, no. That's fine. No, we read. Look, that's the key, brother. You want to know? There's all that stuff. Wow, that's crazy. So also the so guys, also when you pay for credit monitoring, like I'll use identity my score IQ because I know I deal with them a lot. They have a whole cybersecurity team, right? They can go through everything, and they tell you like they have a $1 million identity theft insurance, FICO score simulator. I got them. Identity theft monitoring, credit monitoring, 3B FICO score, fraud restoration. So they have all this shit inside if you're working with them. So look at to see what people are doing, and you go with them. Coverage for lawyers, like I didn't even see that. That's a good one. Let's see, what do they have? Oh yeah, they got a lot. Dark web monitoring, the whole nine. So there's a lot of stuff that's over here. So the key is just to understand like what you're doing with them and how you're doing it with them. There's a lot that goes into it. Here, Miss Terry, you see? This is what it looks like when you do a proper letter. Watch. Is what it looks like with laws. Boom, 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 boom. I'm done. Perfect. Cool. So I'll go down over here, and then I'm just going to do a crazy round. Enhanced. Let's roll. This is what that so now that it's generating a letter, this is what it looks like when you have the UCC and the FCRA and all those other laws inside of them as well. So that's why I said when I utilize it, I do both. I'll use whatever tactic it is that I need to get the job done, especially whichever way I'm going. If I see that if I'm getting too much resistance, I move to a different. I do too much. I move a shift. I shift gears quick. I don't ever stay in a place where it doesn't give me the ability to move around. So here, this is what it looks like when you're doing something like that. Statutory non-compliance conducts with all the letters, all the information, statutory damages, all that stuff. So now you start breaking it down based upon this. Hey, Mary, 41 pages. And this is just one negative item. That's crazy. Make sense? All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Just keep talking to you guys. Questions, whatever. Last night I gave some crazy game. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Oh, my daughter fell asleep. Do you think that it's beneficial to get credit Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's $500 for the certification, if I remember correctly. And if you do that, if you know the questions for the test, I know some gurus have the the questions for the test and the answers ready to rock and roll. So if you have that and have that ability, you can go in and get that certification real quickly. You know, I don't remember. I don't remember. I think the one I was looking at was 500. Do you know how much it is? Yeah, I think it's that, but hey, don't mark me. You know what? I always set everybody up for success. If I tell you if it's 500 and you go in and it's $100, great. That's a big savings of $400. I love. Go for it. I don't teach on. I don't teach on Friday. I don't teach on Fridays anymore. I don't do my software training at all anymore. Gallo was completed on April 28th. April 20th. Yes. What do you mean? What information did I give? I didn't give any information. I don't do that. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't. I said some people do that. I don't do that. Yeah, I don't do that. People go in and do that. So I'm not the person that goes in and does that. Um, so for me, it is something that you can do, but did you really have your information impacted by that? Did you get a police report? Did you go and all the files that you have on your credit report, did you not run those files up? So you ran them all up. So then you're not affected by that. I'm just gonna cut it out with you. Just cut right to the point. No, if you did it, then you're not affected by that. If you got a file that was affected, that you went out and got a police report from, that you truly does not know where existed, you got a house that you don't own, you got that's something that's in effect. That doesn't work truthfully, legally, that doesn't work for somebody that went and did all the stuff. You understand what I'm saying? This is the nonsense that people don't teach you. Let's cut it out right from the beginning and say, hey, oh, maybe no, you were not impacted. Did you run all those files up? Yes, I ran all those files up, so that you have no way in hell of recourse of going through that. Yeah, the New Yorker just came out of me. I apologize. That was a little harsh. But at the end of the day, let's go right. Let's get right to the point. Let's cut the shit out, because that's the key for everybody that's in this room. That's the key. We don't want to do things if it didn't truly affect us. Because then in 120 days, when it comes back, you're going to be, well, why didn't it come back? Because that had nothing to do with what you were doing. You actually did the thing. Now, if you didn't have a house and they applied for a house, if you don't have a car and they apply for a car, you don't have all this stuff, I got you. Then yes, I agree with you. Absolutely. I agree with you. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. No, because you're not somebody that okay. How do I say this without being pompous or an asshole? No, 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 no. I try to be nice in the same thing. You're not incompetent. I don't think you're incompetent. You're sitting in the class at this hour. You're not incompetent. So a lot of people that I get the people that I would, if you ever hear me in a class that I tell somebody to use that, then I feel that they have no recourse on how to actually utilize the software, and I think that that's the way that they go. But if you guys are sitting in here and you guys are listening to people and trying to better your lives and do that, you are not incompetent. So don't ever put yourself down. Yeah, you may have to do a couple more days of watching the videos, going on the YouTube channels and getting through it, but it's going to just take a little time. But I don't feel that any which way, shape, or form that anybody in this room is incompetent and not able to go in and actually do what needs to be done. Does that make sense, ladies and gents? I hope I didn't offend anybody, but at the end of the day, like, look, I'll tell it how it is. I'll tell it how it is. Any other questions? I like to keep it real with a lot of people. I've been doing it again, guys. I talk to CEOs the way that I talk to Miss Collins the same way. I told the CEO of a Fortune 500 company he was an idiot. People don't. People do not. Hold on, give me a second. Ray's not here. People do not realize how it is. How it is when people actually talk to you in a truthful manner. And what do I mean by that is they're actually taken back where somebody's like, oh shit, really? Like he said that like that? Yeah. I swear when I paid him, I charged him $10,000 to do his credit repair. He wanted to buy a yacht. And the yacht was going to cost him $40 million. And it was somebody my uncle knew, and he came over to me. And he's the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. I won't say who he was. And he didn't have bad credit because he couldn't afford to pay his bills. He had bad credit because nobody told him to put his shit on auto pay. Yeah. As simple as thing as putting something on auto pay can save you a lot of things. So he had a lot of late payments. So I got all the late payments squashed away. Once I got all the late payments removed, his score jumped up to like 790. And he went and got his funding for his yacht. He bought his yacht. And he's happier than pig and poop. But I turned around and I told him, I was like, look, you're an idiot. I was like, you pay your accountant, you pay your assistant, you pay all these people, but you're an idiot. I was like, you have somebody else managing your damn finance. Do you know who I am? I don't give a shit who the hell you are, bro. Let me tell you something. My credit's better than yours right now. I may not be able to afford the yacht that you want to buy, but let me tell you something. At least I can get it. And his whole life in that instant changed. He's like, shit, man, you're right. I may not be able to afford it, but my credit says I can. While your credit says you are not fundable. Don't matter what you got in the bank. And the bank couldn't do anything for him because he had a 580 credit score. Man had $100 million in the bank, but had a 580 credit score. Yes, now he can leverage the money in the bank and do all this fancy shit, but he didn't want to leverage anything. Everybody teaches you OPM. OPM has been around for 100 years. It's been around for longer than 100 years. Let me go play with somebody else's money. He was like, let me go play with the bank's money because God forbid something happens, it sinks. God does something. He goes, look, the insurance company pays for it. And I'm not out a single dollar. He goes, I just pay every single month. Genius. That's how I did everything that I have now. If I get into a car accident, right? Get into a car accident. My car is totaled. They pay the freaking shit out. I don't need any extra money. Pay my car completely off. When I bought my car, I walked out of the dealership with $0 out of my pocket. Why? Because if God forbid anything ever happened, I don't lose any money. Now, there's usually a Mrs. Brown that comes in. I don't know. She hasn't been around in 2 nights. Mrs. Brown comes in. She would tell you she one car she put $20,000 on, another car she put $50,000 on. Man, she crashed one car like 5 days later after she bought it. They didn't give her the $20,000 back. She barely got the money because of depreciation. Who wins? If I crash my car tomorrow, knock on wood, hopefully I don't. I love that car. Okay? If I crash my car tomorrow, who wins? Me or her? Yeah. No, me. I didn't lose anything. I rented a car. Think about this. I rented a car from the bank. I rented for the car from the bank to drive it as long as I want. I get into an accident. I didn't spend a single dollar on the freaking car. And now they have the insurance company's got to pay, and I'll pay my premiums on the insurance company because that's what we have insurance for. Car's totaled. Oh, that sucks. Guess what? They're not going to give me any extra money to go get another car, and I'm going to run the same play when I go get the next car. $0 down. I'm going to walk in, whether it's a lease, it's anything else, $0 down, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to walk out with $0 out of my damn pocket. And they know that. Well, the payment for your car is going to be $900 a month. You're right. It's going to be $900 a month. And I'd rather pay $900 a month than give you $5,000 in cash. Let's do the math, ladies and gents. Let me pull up my calculator. If I take $5,000 and I divide that by 900, how many months of payments that is? That's 5 months of payments. If I keep 5 months of payments in a savings account, a high yield savings account that I'm earning interest on, and I'm still popping in $900 every single month to pay that payment, guess what? I'm earning interest on that money. They're not earning interest, I'm earning interest. So I got cash value coming in from that. I'm earning money from that. And I didn't give him anything. And guess what? If the car goes kaput and the insurance got to pay out for it, guess what? I still got $5,000 in the bank account. Ali, I don't got it like that. You're right. A lot of people don't. I don't got it like that. I don't, at one point I did have it like that, but I don't got it like that either anymore, but that's okay. Do it in your means. Car $300 and it goes to $400. $100 ain't gonna kill you. Get a credit repair client. You make that $100. But why am I telling you this? Because you'll never be left in a place that is going to hurt you. Make sense? You guys are in a position. Oh shit, the Knicks are winning. That's cool. The Knicks are winning by 5 points. Let's go Knicks. Would a trade line help if you're going for an auto loan? Trade line. So auto loans are iffy. It's not about trade lines. It's not about things. It's about fundability. Um, what you want to do is, if you don't have a FICO score, go pull a FICO score. Go pull a FICO. I think it's FICO 3 or FICO 4, which is the auto loan. Go see what your FICO score is. Then go accordingly, because they're looking for a certain score. Now, realistically, if you have a FICO score of 700, 750, you're fundable across all things. And it's not about trade line. It's about, don't ever look at the score, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever look at the score, okay? No, bro. Whatchamacallit? The trade lines, not trade lines, the trade lines with how we go through it and how you look at it. It's about the score itself, and not the score, about the actual file. So when you break down a file, you know the data points of what the bank is looking for, then your score will follow. Here's the thing. Why do we do credit repair? Does let's get a show of, let's go to, not a show of hands, but a show of ones. Everybody in the chat right now thinks if you do credit repair, your score goes up. Put a 1 in the chat if you think your score goes up when you get rid of negative items. Beautiful. Keep going. Keep going. I know there's more of you that think your score is going to go up. Keep going. All right, Miss Smith. Good job. You're ahead of the game. But you can lose age. Okay, good. Score is never going to go up, guys. If you go in with that thing of your score is going to go up, you already lost the game. Then you don't think credit repair works. It's got nothing to do with score. Credit repair is the removal of negative items off of your account. What happens if, I'm just going to say this. Ready? Ready? Think about this. I got a client that has 1 negative item on his account, but he only has 1 account. If I remove said 1 negative item off his account, does his score go up or down? I got to get up. My legs hurt. Come on, put it in the chat. Down. Why? Why, Micheline? Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, he's not going to have a credit score, period, because he's not going to have shit. If he has 1 account and we remove that 1 account because it got a late payment or it's got a collection or it's a charge off, even a negative account gives somebody a score. But what happens? Ladies and gentlemen, he does not have a history. He does not have age. He does not have nothing. So what does he get? He gets a credit report that says 0 or non-existent. But guess what? He's got a clean credit score. So let's not get the misconception here of the credit score. A lot of people do. I want everybody to have that thing of this misconception of a credit score. Don't think about the credit score. Think about the quality of the items on the credit score. Okay? So let's break this down. Let's break this down. Okay? I have 5 items. I have 5 positive accounts that need to be on a credit score, right? And 2 of them have negative items. Forget about age. Let's forget about all the stuff. Let's just say it. My credit score with the negative items is a 680, right? If I remove those 2 negative items, does my credit score go up or down? Down. Absolutely goes down. Keep going. Somebody's taking notes. Keep going. Which? Okay. Don't get off topic. Don't get off topic. Just stay where we're at. Stay where we're at. Yeah, don't get off topic. I'm gonna get there. That's always write them down, bro. Always write them down. Authorized user. But where we're at right now is, think about this. A lot of people don't understand this. Is that the credit score is based upon a whole plethora of files. And because it's based upon a whole plethora of files, each of them has a different weight to the scale. Okay? Now, one day, about 11 years ago, I actually wrote the algorithm to figure out the credit report score. And it worked for like a day. And then it didn't work no more. I couldn't figure out why it worked and why it didn't. But I did figure it out. And when I figured it out, it was crazy, right? It was actually crazy because we figured out how the actual, like the weight of each negative item, what it is, how much it had, what each report gives, all that stuff. So if you know that each report gives you a certain amount of pointage, or each account gives you a certain amount of pointage, you can actually break down the level of pointage per account. And if I really sit down, I guarantee you right now, if I really put my mind to it, I can figure out how to write that. I can figure out what is holding it back from going to where it needs to be, because at the perfect score, if you have 5 items, all aged to 12 years, with an installment account at 12 years and a real estate account at 12 years and everything at 12 years, you'll get an 850 credit score. Well, what holds you back if you don't have that? So then you start minusing from each of positions. And I guarantee you, with the level of AI right now, we can actually turn it up even higher. So, but once you know what a file brings you, you'll know what it takes away from you. And that's the key. That's the true key of understanding what the algorithm does. But you guys got to get it, is that we don't care what the score is when we're in credit repair mode. We care about the score when we're in credit restoration mode. Because what are we doing at that point? We're restoring the score. Repair is getting rid of the negative items. Restoration is restoring the score. Make sense? So repair, negative items go bye-bye. Restore makes this score go higher. Make sense? Does that make sense to everybody? Well, now, Mr. Guzman said something about authorized users. Authorized users is the ultimate hack. Authorized users will get you where you need to be without going there personally. I can utilize somebody's credit report and credit cards and things like that to get me where I need to be, and they never ever have to send me a credit card. So what I do is I sell my authorized users. I have my credit cards are upstairs. See if I have any. But I sell my credit cards to people, and I put them on as authorized users. I sell each of my AUs as $1,000. That's crazy money. Well, no. I sell them at a percentage of what the card is worth. If my card has a $20,000 limit with 5 years on it, it's a $20,000 with 5 years, that's a big chunk, guys. That's a big chunk. That's going to get you movement, and that's also going to get you approved. So if I give you 3 cards like that, Chase, and an Amex at 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, there's $3K. That 20,000, that 20,000, and 20,000 just gave you 60,000 on your back end. What did that 60,000 do? That 60,000 just got you funded. The 60,000 just got you funded for 50 to 100K. You get it? You get what that authorized user did? Now, what happens if you use an authorized user that got age? Now it's going to show that your age is older, which means you are more qualified, because this person who has a credit card that is 24 years old trusts you with their credit card. So why shouldn't the bank trust you with a credit card that's 24 years old? Everything's about perception. Where the fuck is it? Oh yeah, here. You want to see it? Watch this. I'll show you guys. Pull the score machine up. Watch. Ready? I don't BS about it. Here, ready? Scroll down. Was it Mary? Mary said that. No, this is not the right person. Mary, ready? Mary's, whose name is that? Put it in the chat. Whose name is the first one at the top of the screen? Whose name is it, though? That's my name. That's me. Right? Perfect. It's yours. Ready? Click that. Got a little credit warm out. Scroll down. How old is that AU, guys? First AU. Yep, absolutely. And it's also going to hold you back from funding because each bank will not fund an account that has negative items on them. So that's why we don't go and do credit restoration. We don't go do credit restoration when a client's got bad credit. We always do credit repair first, then credit restoration. And ladies and gentlemen, inquiries is credit repair. Good night, everybody. Oh, shit, I didn't even see her leave. She just bounced. No, you're not allowed. Go for it. Yo, he came off mute, scared me. I was like, what the hell? Here we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You were the first person to say it correctly. But let me ask you a question, Anthony. What happens if your client don't got the funding to pay you for the credit repair? You wouldn't bill them at the same time when they don't got the money to pay strong, whatever, what the hell's that name? Strong credit or whatever the hell that stupid shit those builders are. You're gonna have them do? Credit builders? You're gonna have them do that when they can barely afford to pay you? But here's the thing, Brusky. Here's the thing. How are you going to charge somebody 10% on the back end, right? Ain't got no bread. He gonna take the bag and run. And let me tell you something. You're in my state. Take it from me. I know him better than anybody. You want to see something right now? I don't want to put this person on blast right now. This person's been with me for 4 months. They come to my classes. They come to everything. They just charged me back for 4 months for this software. Yeah. They got the bag, took the bag and ran. What I teach you guys to do is, first off, never get the person to run out on the bag. If the person comes on to you and can't provide you a proper bank statement, get the heck away from them. Don't deal with him. You know what you do? Hey, I'm a job coach. Let me get you a better job first. I swear to God, bro. I'm a job coach. Let me get you a better job first, because you know what your issue is? Your issue is not paying your bills. Your issue is you're freaking broke. And what happens to 90% of the people that we deal with in New York City? They on what? They on WIC, they on welfare, they on everything, and they waiting for a damn handout. And what do? They ain't got the money because they don't want to go get the money. Bro, go hustle something on the side of the street. Go sell grandma's pearls or something. Do something. But what happens is is they don't want to. So they end up in the same trap over and over and over again. Even if you fix their credit and you build them up, they go get the bag, and what do? This is a true story. They go buy the Escalade instead of going buy a business. Anthony, I swear to God. No. I'm serious. Brother, power of attorney. Power of attorney. Limited power of attorney. Brother, do you know I was a huge ass funder in New York? I dealt with the Jews in New York when I was funding back in the day. I had a Jewish business partner with the beard and everything, man. I had a Bed-Stuy. The curls, the whole nine, man. And I'm a Gentile. I'm not supposed to be able to do business with them. Yeah, well, you understand that I know what I am, but I walked in there like I owned the place. I'm not hating. I'm not teaching anybody anything that's incorrect. I teach everybody the real. And you know what they said to me? That's why we do business with you. You're real. Power of attorney, he taught me. You know why power of attorney? Because if I have a power of attorney, when I see that $350 in your bank account, take that shit right out. Boom. Zelle, straight out. Bro, I'm in the game 15 years, brother. 15 years. Mary, you know what the best thing that fucking ChatGPT did? You know what they did? ChatGPT gave you the ability to know what the regulations are in your state about everything that you do. I can literally pull up any regulation that I want. But limited power of attorney gives me the ability to control a bank account to the limitation and be able to apply on their behalf. So they can never say I defrauded them or I did anything that is against their will or or not in their best interest. Okay? Be ahead of the game, guys. Why did I develop the damn software? Guys, look what my damn software does when you're ready to go into funding. Boom. I'll give you the damn freaking credit cards to go get them funded with. I did this. I built this because I know what you guys are doing. I know what you guys are being taught. You know the difference is? The guys you are being taught by were taught by my mentors. They took that shit from my mentors. You know how they took that shit from my mentors? You know how? You ready for this? Do you know why this whole credit card stacking and funding game got started? Does anybody know how it got started? No? Thank you, sir. What? No error, brother. No error. It was by design. It was by design. It's a gentleman that was selling vending machines. There's a gentleman selling vending machines. When he was selling vending machines, he was getting people credit cards and charging the credit cards for the vending machines. And he run up the credit cards. So now you're paying a monthly payment on your credit card, and now you just leverage your credit card to start a business. So the whole premise of what this is to get you to grow a business. It was never meant for you to go buy bling or any of that other junk. It was meant for you to actually go in and build yourself up and create wealth. Think about what I just said. It was meant for you to build wealth. Those guys are now selling those vending machine routes. Those older guys that did this in the early 2000s, right? Ones from the guys that I know, they're selling those vending machine routes for $500,000 to $1 million. Cash flowing, 10 to 15K a week. Facts. Anthony just goes, I know who I'm dealing with now. If your guys haven't realized who's on the camera right now, if you haven't realized I'm one of the real ones, I'm one of the OGs, why am I sitting in front of you? The difference is why I'm sitting in front of you and not one of these guys that are teaching you is here's the difference. Here's the difference. I give it away for free. I give it away for free. Because when I withhold from you, it's $1 billion thing when I withhold for you. But the $1 million stuff, the $100,000 stuff, why shouldn't you have it? You are not my competition. I want you to understand that you are not my competition. Competition is a mindset. To believe that that's it. Anthony, you'll believe this. You on this with me. Competition is a New York thing. We believe that we're in competition with everybody for no damn reason when we're not. I'm not in competition with Anthony. I just gave him all the sauce in the world right now to get his funding business up to the next level. He doesn't hurt me. There's 330 million Americans, guys. Do you know how many million Americans need credit repair? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Nope. Miss Kane, add a couple more zeros. 129 million Americans need credit repair right now. They have some form of negative item on their credit. 129 million Americans. Ladies and gentlemen, 129 million Americans. So pull the calculator out because, calculator is my favorite shit. Where's the damn calculator? I love the calculator. 129 million Americans. 129 million. That's 12 million. That's 129 million Americans, and you charge them $99 a month. That's a B right there. That's $12 billion. Yeah, that's million. That's $12 billion. That's a $12 billion industry. There you go. But we're not charging 129 million Americans $99 a month. We're all over the place in the industry. We're all over the place in the industry, which makes this industry one of the most volatile industries in the United States. I drop sauce all day long, guys. Like this is what I do. This is what I actually do. Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, guys. I know you guys appreciate it, but don't worry about it, guys. I literally this is what I like to do. I truly like to do this. I build software to make your lives easier, right? I build software to make you guys' lives easier. I build software to do this. This is my software. So if anybody would ever like to get into the software, I haven't even given a thing. If they'd like to know how to utilize the software, you're more than welcome to ever, always come in and just let me know. I'll work with you guys. But when we go in through things, when I'll go in and I'll talk to you guys, like I talk to you guys on a different level versus everybody else. Because again, like I said, I don't work for the credit repair company. I don't. I work for the printing company. And what I mean by I work for the printing company, I own it. So if you guys come and print with me, that's the best thing that I could do. Miss Collins was printing with me. I then Miss Latimer, did your letters get to the bureau? I guarantee you she wasn't expecting me to call on her. I got people. Yeah, I got everybody comes in print that comes and prints with me. I promise with you, I treat it with the utmost respect. That's the key. Make sure you guys get to that next level. Promise you that. And just join class, man. This is where the money is made. Is made by being people who are like-minded around you. Anthony, why are you in class tonight? If you got a funding company, why are you in class tonight? Why are you in class tonight? No, I don't mean like not in a rude way. Like, why are you in class tonight? If you got a funding company, why are you here? Okay. Okay. Bresky, what the hell you wait? What the hell you need anything to get set up? Ride that shit until the wheels fall off, and then get legit when it's time when the time needs be. I'm gonna tell you something. Are you going? Are you trying to go for funding? Okay, that's a different thing. Everybody says, of course. If you're not, I was gonna say, if you're not trying to go for funding, you don't want any money through the business. Don't go legit yet. Make your money. Make your money. When you make it 10 racks, when well, what I was gonna say is until you're making 10 racks a month, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go legit. When you're making 10 racks a month, then go legit. Because now you're making it constant, right? Now here's the key, okay? I could take 10 racks, save up 2-3 months, go to the business, open up the LLC, open up everything, drop 30,000 in a business bank account. Guess what's gonna happen as soon as I drop 30,000 in a business bank account? Bingo. How can we help you? How can we give you money? You want a power move? That's a power move. Miss Collins, you left Miss Collins, you left. You didn't even give me the chance to say goodbye, and now you back. You don't get to raise your hand and come in and ask questions. Sorry. Keep going, Anthony. You just let it sit there, bro. Oh, let it season. It'll take you about 3 days before they come in and hit you up. It'll take about 3 days. I did it with 25K, man. Chase couldn't wait to get me on the phone. Asking me what's up. Bro, she walked her ass to my office. We were in the same strip mall. She walked her ass to my damn office and said, how can we be of service to you? Bro, she got me 50 racks on a Chase Unlimited. 32. 32. 32. I was trying to remember. It was either 25 or 32. I don't remember which one. But yeah. Oh yeah. Immediately. Let her come to you. She gonna call you, bro. She gonna call you. You don't even need to let it sit. She's gonna call you. They're gonna call you. When they see that bread, they're gonna pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Anthony, how are you doing today? How can I help you? How can I help you?" You might have to let some things age longer. But what I did was I had my direct deposits going in right after. But I dropped the bag inside, and when I dropped the bag inside, she saw it ding 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 ding. Bro, at one point I had like 50 or 60 racks inside. And when I have 50 or 60 racks inside, that's when shit started going crazy. No, 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 no. Establish the LLC, open a business bank account, drop the 30 racks. Bingo. Watch how fast but watch how fast your business relationship manager will call you. You know how we used to do the bands back in the day? Walk in with 30 bands like that. Boom, right on the table. Good night, Micheline. Yes, Miss Collins. Okay, okay. And Hawaii, you came back. What? Don't come in and talk to me about advanced tactics, girl, because you. Okay, okay. Go down to the circle on the bottom of the software. There's a little circle on the bottom right hand side of the software with an arrow that points up. It's there. She's gonna take her damn phone. She's gonna be like, "Show me." I'm like, "Don't make me show. Don't make me get it." Bottom right hand side, next to the credit report. Establish LLC, drop money. Okay, okay, okay. Mary, it's not hard, girl. It's not hard. They say it's just, you know, when they say that you gotta hack the matrix, I teach people how to hack the matrix. Hacking the matrix. What, girl? What? You found it? It's there, ain't it? Yeah. I teach people how to hack the matrix. You know how you hack the matrix? You got to understand how the matrix works. And if somebody, why did I say put 30 racks and not put 10,000? See you later, brother. Logging off Monday. No, I'm Tuesday, Wednesday, brother. Tuesday, Wednesday. It's not more funding. No, you want to trigger them to call you. If you're not triggering them, you're not like this. I'm going on with a big, like, I'm right here. Come talk to me. They're not going to come and talk to you. How many people do you think they get that are going to put 30 racks in a bank account? Realistically, in a business bank account. How many people do you think that they get? Every month that are putting money consistently in a bank account. Oh, she listened to me in the background. How many guys, think about it. How many people open up a business bank account and they see consistent money coming in every single month, day in and day out? How many people do you think they see in a bank? Take a guess. Nobody wants to take a guess? Not one person wants to take a guess. About 10%. About 10% of people that open up a business bank account ever make it past the threshold that I told you to. 5 years in business, people rarely get to have more than $15,000 or $20,000 in their bank account, in their business bank account. Now, after 5 years, shit changes. Shit changes. Because your business becomes established. If you can make it to the 5-year mark, your business becomes established, things move on, and boom, that's it. But to trigger the call, you put $30,000 in a business bank account, they're gonna call your ass real quick. You go, oh shit, this guy's doing money. And if you do 30,000 and 10 every month after, game over. And watch, you want to see them move more? Put $100K in the bank. Call you same day. They'll call you same day. If you walk in with $100,000 into the bank, you put in $100,000 in the business bank account same day, they'll call you same day. And say, I don't want to speak to you. I want to speak to the regional manager. Watch what happens when you do that. I don't want to speak to you. Nicely, hey, what could you do for me? Could you get me high limit credit cards? And when I'm talking about high limit credit cards, I'm not talking about $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. I'm talking about $1 million credit card. Can you get me $1 million credit card? Oh, nobody gets $1 million credit card, this, that, and the other thing. Hey, look, I'm coming in with $100,000 in cash that I just took out of Bank of America. Here's the receipt. And I'm coming in and put it in your bank. What could you do for me that Bank of America couldn't do? Remember, you're the one with the money. They want your money. Make them work for it. Make them freaking work for it. So what are you going to do to make them work for it? What are you going to do to make them work for them? Make them give you what you want. I watched somebody walk in with $1 million into the bank. They had the regional manager come the next day to meet this gentleman who put $1 million in the bank. Basically, they rolled out the damn red carpet for him to put $1 million into the bank. Business account. Now, I live in the area where Greenwich is, all these stuff. So these guys over here, they're moving money left and right. Their houses cost $14-15 million. Okay? So if they cost that, that's not a lot. But when you see a small bank turn around and say, okay, you're gonna move $1 million in the bank, well, guy goes, well, I want to speak to the regional manager. What you gonna do for me? The regional manager will be here tomorrow. Miss House of Clean, good job. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you next Tuesday. I'll be here next Tuesday. You too. You too. When you guys get that, it's crazy. Christopher, talk to me. You raise your hand nicely. Chris, you got to come off mute. I can't hear you, brother. Anthony, good night, guy. Go for it. Yep, I can hear you. Mm-hmm. Stall. Looks like it comes from a third-party agency in X, Y, and Z. Legally by law, they have to legally by law, they have to dispute the file. But what happens is that file that you send out, you remember how I told you the greens and the blues? It's called a stall letter. You got to send out the next round. They can stall you out. And that is a stall letter. So you just got to get ready to send out your next round. That's it. That's why we switched from that MPEP to that MPEC. Make sense? That's why I tell everybody that MPEC is game, bro. All right. Who am I going to see here next Tuesday? Who am I going to see next Tuesday, Wednesday? Let's say it like that. Not next Tuesday. Okay. Watch this. Hey, Ray. Let's do something for everybody tonight. Ray, you here? Drop the printed number for everybody. Let them get the phone number. Let them get the phone number if they need any help this week. Let them get some help from our printing team. Guys, save that phone number. Guys need any help from our team? Get locked in. Go in over there. If you need any help with the software, you need any help with the credit repair, let us know. We'll work with you guys. All right? Does anybody have any other questions before I end for tonight? Because I know people are trying to leave. They don't want to leave because they don't want to miss the sauce. I really didn't turn it up like I did last night. Last night's crazy. I was telling people about 401c3s. Oh, yeah. How you buy a 14 million, the not-for-profit accounts. 401c3, 401c3, whatever the 403b, whatever the 5013c, whatever the hell. I don't fucking know. I ain't an accountant. I ain't an accountant. I ain't stupid. That's what I got. That's why I got the old fogey for. My old guy who just does my account. That's what I got. No, I ain't stupid. I don't got to know their names. I just got to make sure the check don't bounce when I pay him. So all you got to do, all these guys talk about all this shit, right? And I tell everybody the same thing. I don't need to know that. That's not my job to know that. You know what my job is to know? To make sure when I write that check, there's money in the account. That's it. Because that's all that matters. Let him do the setup. Let him get everything. Let him get me the non-for-profit. Let me get him the tax exemption. Let me get all that stuff. He did that. I didn't do it. I just signed a check. Bye. Let him go apply for the grants if he wants to apply for the grant. He's the one that manages the account. That's how it is. They got to itemize everything, but that's the key. 3 things you need in this life. I'll leave you guys with this. 3 things. You need a good lawyer, you need a good accountant, and you need a good doctor. Doctor keeps you alive. The accountant hides the money, and the lawyer keeps you out of jail when the accountant fucks up when he hides the money. So at the end of the day, you live a long life full of money, and you never have to worry about going to jail. You got all 3 of those things, you'll be happier than a pig and poo. You get to spend time with your family. You get spent the time. My wife told me today, she goes, I want you to hit the lawyer. I want you to hit the lotto so you can retire, so that you can sit back and enjoy time with me and the baby. Yeah, that's good and all dandy. But let me tell you something. When a baby goes to school, I'm going to be bored as all hell when a baby in school. So what do I want to do? I want to build a business so when the baby's out of school, baby in college, wherever she goes, whatever she wants to do, when she turned 18, I'm going to hand her a business property. I'm going to say, here, honey, do whatever you want because you're already rich. Do whatever the hell you want. That's the key. That's real freedom. Damn right. Damn right, Mary. All the other shit falls into place when you can make money. That's what these guys don't tell you. Let me ask you something. Everybody that's in this room right now, if the bank closes tomorrow, how many of you lose money? How many of you lose money because every dollar that you have is inside the bank? All right, let me drop some sauce on your ass and then I'm done for the night. Ready for this? I just found out some game. What I want everybody to do, there's a little homework for everybody tonight. Your bank is paying back the national debt. I dropped this last night. Your bank is paying back the national debt. Your money market accounts, your CDs, your bank account, your savings account, all that stuff is not collecting interest properly. Why? Because the bank is giving you 0.01% interest, right? When they get 0.01% interest and inflation is 3%, where does that extra money go? Well, the bank don't keep it because the bank used to have interest rates of 5%. So why did the bank lose interest rate of 5%? Because the bank is federally controlled. Because the bank is federally controlled, where does the extra interest rate go? To the Fed to pay down the debt. And it's about to happen. Oh yeah, that when you guys really start thinking about this shit, when I learned this, I was like, damn. I'm like, I hope this isn't true. And then I went down a rabbit hole and I'm like, oh shit, it is true. Damn, it's crazy. So what you need to do is, for everybody that's here, you want to make real money? If the inflation rate is 3.3%, you need to go get a savings account that's over 3.3%. They're out there. I said I was going to do it tonight, but I didn't have time today. I was working on some credit repair letters. So I'll do it next Tuesday. I'll have it. Ray, write this down for me. Write this down for me. Get the SoFi. You know what? Let me see if I can log in from here. Get the SoFi password. Get the SoFi account so I can I can give everybody the SoFi access. I did it on my tablet. Hold on, wait. Let me see if I can log in off my tablet. Shit. Where's SoFi? Where is the password? Hold on, I got it. Let's see. I did this. I'm playing the same game. I'm letting everybody know this right now. Like, I'm not telling you something I'm not doing. Again, always practice what I preach. Nice. That was the password. Great. Where's my phone? Give me a second, guys. Okay. Cool. I'm in. Okay. Yeah, shit. This is crazy. So there's if you deposit a certain amount of money inside of the smart account, inside of the savings gives you 3.9 back. Banking, invest, smart card, insurance. Okay, hold on, let's see. Savings. And you have to put a certain amount of money into savings. Yep. I was just going over it, and it's absolutely astronomical of what is happening with all this stuff. When you start to actually see this, you're like, wait, no, that's not possible. It is. It's crazy what they can do. It's crazy what you guys can get at. Let me see. Yes, high yield savings. Absolutely. High yield savings. Trying to see if I can find it. Because they have it so you can get a they have it so you can get an affiliate link. I'm like, I'm giving that affiliate out. If I'm giving the sauce, I want to get something out of it. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this together. Let's all grow together. And don't be afraid to tell anybody you get an affiliate payout when you're doing something. They might go through you, they might go out, but you want to know something? I tell people all the time, I'm like, I'm straight out like, let's earn money together. While we do this. Because a lot of people don't realize, like, you have an affiliate and you should be able to send those affiliates out when you're funding somebody. Anthony, when you're funding somebody, you should be sending them up whatchamacallit. You should be sending them your affiliate link. There we go. I got it. Here we go. I found it. $75 when you earn with the person. Here you go. Affiliate link, SoFi. Right there. That's crazy. Let me see. Do I have this personal loan one? Shit, that's crazy. I don't know how the heck you got that, but let me know how you got that. I want that. Um, but I got the affiliate link, but it says only for the bank account. Yeah, bro. I'm in SoFi right now. Yeah, 4.50 APR for up to $20,000. Then it goes to three, and then it goes to inflation on inflation on everything else that you put over $20,000. How crazy is that shit, guys? They already know what it is. They know how to do it to get your money inside the bank. Let me go to the link. I'm gonna go to the link. I'll open it up in another window and see what it does. So that's the craziness. I just gave you guys sauce right there. And look, Anthony just gave you sauce too. I didn't even know that. That's a great thing, man. I'm doing that every time. Yeah, no, it's just for the money, bro. Just for money. Yeah. Just for the bank account. Is what it is. I'll look at it tomorrow. I haven't even had time to play with it, bro. I just pop money in it just to get the savings, man. just to get the savings. So it's crazy, man, what you can do. But that's how you beat inflation. So by doing that, you have cash flowing items, you beat inflation very quickly. That's why they say. So kid said this to me once, and I didn't believe him. He was a rich young gentleman that I was dealing with. He said inflation's for the poor. Because what happens is, what do we do as poor? We don't buy cash flowing items. And when we don't buy cash flowing items, what happens? We start to hurt with the cash flowing items. We buy property, we buy real estate, we buy businesses, we buy all those stuff that bring in cash flow. Buying things that people need to use, grocery stores, laundry mats, things like that. Why people want that? Because some of the buildings don't have a laundry mat in it. So you buy a laundry mat so you can make money. Those are cash flowing items. Those cash flowing items will never go out of style. When they don't go out of style, you don't have to worry about them. Make sense, guys? Makes sense? Makes sense. All right, guys. That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, you got to become a member. When you become a member, you make 4.5% on 20K. That's crazy for $10 a month. There you go. Fintech banks, guys. Fintechs are the new things. Anybody else need anything? I think I'm done for the night. I think my wife might kill me if I don't go upstairs. We done? Good. All right, guys. You guys got the phone number if you need me. You need anything, get in touch. Save it. The 914-257. It's 914-25-PRINT. But if you guys need us, get in touch with us, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll be here. All right? Bye, everybody. I'm done for the night. I can't hear you, bro. You on mute. You on mute. Got you, brother. I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye. Bye-bye.